Today we have our OPP Earth team, as you can see on the shoreline back here. They're searching the ground. We have our OPP drone, mini helicopter going to be up in the air. We also have our canine working with eventually going to be working with the Earth team. Also the helicopter is going to be flying in this afternoon to a flyover again of the scene. We have our dive team on standby in case we need them, in case something shows up. The water is moving here. The excavators behind me have cleared a path, and gradually the water is starting to dissipate and move down this way. We also have the Center Wellington Fire Department with underwater drones on this side, and they're searching and trying to look at different objects underneath the ice and see what they can find.
I mean, just looking at the river and all the debris and all the ice, at this point, does it just feel like a daunting task?
It is daunting, but we can't give up. There's a little kid there, and we got to find him. That's the bottom line. You know, there's a family at home waiting for this kid, waiting for closure, and it's however long it takes. We got to do this, get this done. So.
I understand the community is really rallying behind this family.
Oh, it was amazing. Like on the weekend, there was 500 people each day on the weekend helping out. Yesterday there was 250, and it's just phenomenal what the people are doing here, supporting. They're out there all the time. Anything they can do, they're showing up with water, they're showing up with supplies, anything that's needed. Is just like these excavators. That's going to be at no cost to the family. This is volunteers bringing out equipment and saying, we want to help. And we're ready to help. So.
And same with the underwater drones, in a way, a company donated?
Yes, from Kitchener, Waterloo. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and then no charge. They just want to find the kid, and they have the technology, so they're trying to use it as much as they can.
And in terms of terminology-wise, you guys said you scaled down the recovery efforts on Monday. Can you just clarify that?
We scaled down in that if some of these resources may get called away to other calls, but if they're still available and they're still thought to have a use here, they will be here. And that's the thing. So we're trying. We have to balance it. Some of these assets, like the helicopter and that, are used across the province. So if there could be another incident that requires them right away, they'd have to peel off and go to that call. But it doesn't mean they're not going to come back again to help. So.
What's the biggest challenge at this point?
Well, the ice, the changing water levels. Every day it's dropping. The temperature change. We're hoping it loosens things up, but it's a daunting task. It's 13 kilometers of river. Where is he? We're trying to find him. We're trying to narrow down the search as best we can, but it's difficult because he could be up on shore too. Some of the ice jams were throwing ice up 100 feet from the shoreline, so he could be in the trees for all we know. And again, that's why some of these ground searches are going to start pushing back farther into the bush, into the tangled brush, and see is he caught up in the trees there somewhere.
So what's the biggest message to the public, or say people that want to help at this point? Because I know there was issues with drones before, things like that.
Yeah, we're asking people to register with the family on 10th line. There's see the family's house there. There's porta potties and other equipment on the front lawn. Check in with them, sign in with them, sign back in when you're done. And please, when you're on the shoreline, stay on the shoreline, stay off the ice, stay off the water. We had somebody 2 days ago end up going through the ice right in front of a camera crew of a TV station. So we don't need that. And they were lucky that there was a paramedic right there, threw on a life jacket and pulled them out. So they're very, very lucky, that they're still around here. All because I'm going to go out here and I'm going to search, when maybe they don't have the expertise. Yes, it's great to have you out in the bush, lots of pairs of eyes, but do it carefully. Be careful. Dress for the weather. It's extremely cold out here. It's a strong wind. You can feel, the wind blowing things around today. So just be careful. And we really appreciate the public support. It's been amazing. It's been tremendous.